Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am your favorite Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala Cameroon. Thank you very much for clicking on today's video. So today, as you can already see on the title, you need to watch this video before renting in Douala Cameroon. Okay, so like if you're an OB here, you know that I have lived in Douala since 2012. How many years is that, guys? 10 years. Hey, Jesus. I was thinking it's like 7 years. So I've been 7 years, 10 years in Douala. So I can boldly say that I know the town pretty well. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what you need to know before you rent a house, before getting a house in Douala. Like you must have heard, houses in Douala, if you don't have money, you will suffer. Basically, you will suffer. So houses in Douala are pretty expensive. Houses to get a good house, like the complete package, is so difficult. So you have to be really careful when you're looking for houses. And the bad thing about Douala is that it's very difficult to see houses that you're going to be paying like 6 months of rent. Majority of the houses in Douala is 10 months upwards. So you have to really be careful with the house you're picking so that you're not stuck with something for 1 whole year. So this video is just going to help you to on some few things that you have to look at when you're trying to get a house in Douala. So if you're interested to see all the points I have for you, keep watching. Okay, so the very first thing I always tell everybody is don't look for a house in Douala during the dry season. If you are hoping to look for a house in Douala during the rainy season. Why, you may ask? Douala is a swamp. Douala is mostly reclaimed land. A lot of places in Douala are swampy. The slightest rain that falls, everywhere is water. So you want to look for a house during that rainy period, in the heat of, as in July, August, hot rain, so that you are seeing what that place has to offer. A lot of people have looked for houses during the dry season, beautiful house, get into it, and then they are sleeping and rain is falling inside the house. So that is the first thing you want to look out for. Look for your house during the rainy season. I don't care, even if it's, I don't know, even if you don't have money, or if you have money before, you just keep your money, wait, be patient. When the rainy season is over, you look for a house. Cause guys, when I was looking for this house, we found this house in the dry season. We found the house, I think, in February. We started living in this house on the 1st of March 2015. And guys, luckily the house is not swampy or anything, but where we had a problem about my house is the street. Thank God the streets have they have made pavements now on my street, but before, one, my husband didn't have a car. We're living in this house. When rain falls, there is no way, there is no road to pass, as in water is all over the road. If rain meets you when you're walking to somewhere, just be swimming and going, as in just swim, because there is no, like in my area, it's difficult to see like a shaded area, or the whole street is full of fenced houses. So you will just get stuck. So those are the things you want to look at. My husband ran and bought a car without even thinking, because I can remember I was pregnant then when we moved to this house. It was the rainy season. I was preparing to give birth. My husband would get up in the morning, dress up, rainy season. He didn't know a lot of people around here then. He gets up, wears his suit. On walking from here to the road, the rain will soak you from head to toe, right to your pants. It happened to him like 3 times. I was like, you know what? I was saying that we need to do other things with money first, but a car is a priority. Another thing I'll tell you is security. It is very important that you find out about how secure that place is. Can you come in the middle of the night? Some people are always like, how will I find out? It's easy. If the marshal, for example, takes you and shows you a house, you can always just be like, okay, give me 1 second. If it's like, there are always houses now, there are always people, just knock and then you're like, please excuse me, can I ask you a few questions about this area? How is this? Do you have problem of water? Do you have problem of light? Do you have problem? Do you have this? Do you have this? Just ask. and they're obviously going to tell you. They'll be honest. Like, what do they have to lose? They're going to tell you, except you're asking the landlords. They'll obviously be honest with you and tell you the problems with that place, and you can decide whether you want to stay there or not. Like security, when we're coming here, they told us that there's a commandant staying in a neighborhood. So I was just like, please, let's be going, let's be going, let's be going. I was very comfortable with that, because see guys, there's still the streets before my street, the street after my street, but my street has never been an area where I heard that, oh, thieves came to somebody's house, this happened, that happened. Never. It has never happened. So that's something you want to find out. Is it secure? Can I go out late in the night and come back without being attacked and things like that? That's something. And you notice that sometimes when you go and see one big house in one neighborhood and they are telling you one cheap money, start thinking like, but what is the problem? This house definitely has to have a problem. Is it security? Is it water? Is it what is causing this? Basically is beware of scams when you're paying for houses. I have so many stories of people who have met people, they have shown them the house. Like I had a friend of mine not too far from my house, they scammed her over 2 million. I think, is it only 2 million? I think it's 2 million. The house was 200,000, a big house like my house, 4 bedrooms, kitchen, toilet, self-contained, like a big house. You have your fence, everything. This girl basically was looking for a house, and the machine took her to this guy, a responsible man. And that's the thing in Douala, don't see one big man even coming with a car and you're like, oh no, this man is a rich, responsible man, so you cannot steal my money. Lies. They will steal your money, and they will steal it without even thinking twice. So don't be fooled by those things. So this is what happened to my friend. Basically, she came, the responsible man parked a car, opened the door, showed her the house, this is this, this is this, this is that. She paid the money up front. Guess what? She went back, the man was nowhere to be found. They told her that that was a family house, that house is not out for rent, they don't know who she had given money to. The man was nowhere to be found. My friend had to go and start squatting with her in-laws. So to be safe, you have to be very safe. Investigate, find out, do calls, sign contracts. IDs should be flying in left, right, front, center. You want to be very safe, because in Douala, scams. It's not like places like Boyada. You'll be like, no, I'm so responsible, papa. You know, if you scam me, like even places in Boyada, I'm getting bad. But man, that don't be fooled. Just be safe. It's better for you to just do your contracts. ID card should be like, you should have all the information you need, or else you will find yourself in deep doo. The next thing is accessibility. If there's one thing that you should know, is Douala is very big. For those who do not know, Douala is very big. So if you know that you're having problems with money and all that, you're trying to manage your money, you want to try to get a house that is not too far inside, or else you'll be jogging to work every morning. You have to jog from inside that neighborhood to go to the road. So you want to look for somewhere that is accessible, somewhere that it doesn't take a lot for people to get there, somewhere that you don't pay a lot of money to get there. That's something that is really necessary. Somewhere that if something is happening to you and you call people, please, so this thing is happening, they can run and come and meet you. Because there are some people where their houses are, if they start calling you, you're like, how does this one want me to go and start helping them? You get. But if your house is accessible, I'm not saying that your house should be by the road or anything. My house is not. My house is like a 5 or 10 minutes walk. No, it's a 10 minutes walk to the road. But it's okay. Your house could still be 15 minutes walk. Their house is 15 minutes walk, but it should be accessible. It should be that place that if something is happening, people can. Because I can remember when I was looking for a house, they took me to a very beautiful studio apartment, very affordable, 35 with 40,000. But where it was, I was like, people are not about to kill me. Like, I went to that area of recent, the area has really opened up, but at that time the place was dead empty. I was like, I love this place, but I can't do it. I need to be close to family. I need to be in a place where if something is happening, especially if you're living alone, if something is happening to you today, you're dying, you call, it's going to encourage somebody to come and look for you. Not somewhere that people will start thinking, is Kenna joking? Is she really serious? Does she really want me to come and help her? The next thing is the environment. Okay, you want to look at, is this a kids friendly environment? I had to move from my house in town because it was not a kids friendly environment. Downstairs was how they call this thing, a carpenter's workshop. By that carpenter's workshop was a bar, By the bar was a hospital. But like, it was just a lot going on. And guys, the strangest thing in that area where I used to live in the night is where thieves around that area used to come and share. So in the middle of the night, when I'll get up to go and pee, you hear people, they are fighting. Oh, take one phone, you have given, like, they'll be talking that kind of discussion. And like, I've already given you one phone, why do you want another phone? You have taken all the money that we took from that man. What, like, those type of discussions. Do you want to bring up your kids in that kind of place? No, it's not about the only about the beauty of the house, but it's about the environment. And that's one thing reason a lot of people insult Bonaberi and be like, oh, Bonaberi is not nice. But for me, I love Bonaberi because it's more homely. I don't want my house to be near all the snack bars and all those kind of places. No, I want it to be in a way that if I want to have fun, I have to travel. It also helps me to stay at home, because if I know that, oh, I want to go, the kind of places I like are not in Bonaberi. If I want to go out, I have to take it's a long journey for me to leave from my house to go to Bonapriso or to go to Koto or to go to Bona. I'll just calm down and sit. So that is it. I like Bonaberi, my area, because it's very homely. There are a lot of families here. You look here, you see families, you see kids. So it all depends on you. If you don't want that kind of environment that is too homely, you want that area where you look here, you see a single man, a bachelor there, a bachelor. You look for a house in that kind of place, and you can only know by talking to the people who live around that area to basically ask them, like, okay, how is it here? How is it there? Who lives here? Who lives there? What type of people? Like, all those things are important, because you don't want to pay your money in Douala, that money, that 1 year rent, and then you're stuck in a place that you're uncomfortable with. That's the worst thing. Next thing I'll tell you to check is water. It is no news that we have a lot of water and light problem in Douala. You want to find out, are you always having light? Because I've heard people complain, like neighborhoods like Aqua, they'll be telling you that light is a luxury for them. So you want to talk about it, talk, ask people, like, how is the light, how is the water, do you have constant flow of water? Also, if you're going to those these story buildings, you know that sometimes the water pressure does not reach up. You want to find out, you want to check all those things. Will you be comfortable with it? Will you be okay with it? Is it dirty water? Because there are some places in this Douala that when you open the tap, it's pure brown water coming out. Is it brown water that comes out when you open the tap? Is it, luckily for me in my house, I drink my water. I've never had typhoid. I had typhoid once, but I don't think it's the water. It was something I ate. So those are the things that you just basically would want to check. Ensure that they just find out those things if you're comfortable with it. Good, I'm going to tell you is Douala has a lot of mosquitoes, but some mosquitoes in some areas are worse than other areas. So if you're in that really swampy area, it's mostly those areas that are really far inside. They have a lot of mosquitoes, they have a lot of standing water because it's swampy and things like that. So the number of mosquitoes, those ones, we call them giants. They are giants that are in those places. So you want to find out, okay, mosquito, how, like, if you're going to that kind of area, you want to go armed, you want to go your mosquito nets, your mosquito sprays, everything. You want to find out, is this one of those mosquito infested areas? Luckily, yes, I have mosquitoes in my house, but they are not that bad. Because when I go to one of my friends, when I went to one of my friends' houses, I was like, hey, Jesus, how do you do it? Because I truly cannot get it. So you want to check. And last but not least, I'll tell you to try to get a house that you have your own meter. One of the things that will just make you go crazy in Douala can be electricity bills. We have some houses that everybody pays their electricity, their bills to the landlady. So actually the landlady just does guesswork. She could have, like, okay, like where I live, my landlady is next door to me, her house is exactly like my house, and then we have two apartments, two bedroom flats on the other side. So what could happen is my landlady will just have 1 meter, and then end of month she looks at the bill comes out 150,000. She's just like, this Kenna looks like a woman who is washing clothes on her washing machine from January to December. 75,000. This other neighbor looks like somebody that is always putting the fridge on. 50,000. This, and then the landlady does not even pay anything. So she just uses you people to pay her bills and things like that. So you don't want that. Getting a meter is pretty cheap. My husband told me the price, I've just forgotten, I think it's something between 9,000 to 20,000. Get your own meter. The best thing is that can happen to you now is this prepaid meter. You can even buy electricity for 1,000 and put it, when you use it, if you finish it, you top it up. So you want to get your own meter, get a prepaid meter for your house. Don't sit and be depending on the landlord does this and does that. Last thing I said here was talk to people, and I've already mentioned that, like, you need to talk to people, ask people who live in the area, ask people who have lived in the area, and just about the place and all that. Thank you guys for watching today's video. What do you think? Is there any kind of video like this that you would like me to do? If there is, let me know in the comment section, and I will most definitely consider doing it. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video, and Kenna is going to see you on her next one. Love you.